Hey everyone, this is Blackbinder. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play of one of my favorite games of all time, Baldur's Gate. This is the Enhanced Edition, and hopefully it won't stop with just the first one. Maybe we'll do Siege of Dragonspear and 2 and Throne of Ball. Who knows? Maybe we'll do the entire trilogy or quadrilogy now that Siege of Dragonspear is in there. But let's start a new game. Gender, gonna go male. I don't like playing females in any of my games really. Especially these role-playing kind of games, because I am my character. That's not how everybody plays, but that is how I play. Also for Baldur's Gate, I never even really knew this character existed at first, so I always chose this portrait. But I am just going to go through, maybe there's one that I like actually more. Probably not, though. Nope. So we are going to stick with, I think it's Elroth, something like that. I've never done a custom portrait. For class, we are going to do... Now, I want to see... Can you do a druid multi-class? No, you can't. So, you can do a ranger cleric and they get the druid spells. That actually sounds like a good idea. Or no, that would be a dual class. Dual class ranger cleric. Oh man, this is so hard. I thought I had it in my mind what I wanted to be before I made this. I went through the character creation and everything. What I chose was the, what was it? The totemic? No, it was the Avenger. They get some mage spells, like a few of the good ones. Web, I'm not a web person, I don't like it. Chromatic Orb, I love that. Improved Invisibility, that's good. Chaos, I don't really use that. And Chain Lightning, don't really use that. So really only Chromatic Orb. But druids aren't really, I don't know, they're a different version of good. Clerics are probably better, but druid, they have some unique advantages, which we'll go through once we get to them. But usually those don't come until their later spells. Early on they do have some good spells, like Web, but I think the mage can get that anyway. You have to be true neutral, so true neutral characters believe in the ultimate balance of evil forces and they refuse to see actions as either good or evil. Actually, sometimes true neutral, they will switch sides once one side has a clear advantage. They might switch sides. Actually, I think that's in the description. I'm not going to reroll forever. I'll probably just go for an 85 or 86, which I just passed. Now, usually I'll go through here and, I'll reroll for a long time. Usually 20 minutes. That's actually not very long compared to some people's. Like, if you can store it. I'll store this in case I just want to use the 85 if I don't get anything higher. Some people spend hours doing this. Because not only do you have to get a high roll, but you also, for strength-based, I think warriors, or any weapon class, like ranger or otherwise, you can go, your strength value will go up to 18, but oh, never mind. Why do I only have max? Is it because I'm an elf? Oh, no, that's right, I'm an idiot. Avengers get a -2 to strength and I think constitution. But, yeah, you'll get this number here, the 16, but then you'll also have a slash and between a 0, 1 up to a 0, 0. 0, 0 is 100, and that's like a fraction of the next point. But from going from 18 to 19 is actually a pretty big boost, so a 0, 1 would not be anywhere near as good as a 0, 0. Like, you get extra Thaco to hit armor class 0 and other things. I don't know all the laundry list of stuff you can get from a higher strength base from 18 to 19, but there is a lot. And it is important if you're a melee class. Not super important because eventually you'll get over 18 strength anyway, but it's good for the beginning. Alright, so we're just going to use the 85 that we got, or the 86. Recall, 86. Now, you can dump things like intelligence, because it really doesn't, if you're not a spellcaster, it doesn't mean anything. This would be for like researching spells or memorizing spells, and then the level of which spells you can memorize. But druids use wisdom, so max out wisdom. Charisma, there's a ring that you can get that maxes it out. but this is also basically a dump stat too. I don't even think paladins want this. It says druids and bards do too, but I don't actually think it does anything other than there are some conversations that you'll react to differently depending on your charisma, and then I think it affects merchant prices. I'm going to go strength 16 because it's carry weight, which is useful, especially if you're going to wear heavier armor. Dexterity is always good. You always want to max it because it's there's no penalty for wearing heavier armor, so you can have the heaviest armor in the game and also get your full dexterity boost to your armor class. And I think you get +1 for every 2 points above 10, like an extra AC, so it is actually significant. Constitution, might as well raise it. You don't need to go above 16, I think. It's either 16 or 14, because unless you're a warrior class, like I think a ranger or the warrior or the barbarian or stuff like that, you don't benefit from scaling over 16. But we'll go to 16 just in case. I'm pretty sure it's 16. However, we'll just leave it at 15 because we'll get a book of Constitution later in the game, I think. We can raise that back up to 16 because we want this to be as high as possible. For the higher wisdom you have, you can get extra spells and stuff. I don't remember exactly all the benefits of it, but basically you can learn higher level spells and you can also learn more of those spells. Skills, Scimitar. Specifically, there's one later on that I want to get. And then either Dart or Sling. So pick one. I think Slings take into account don't take into account your strength bonus, or they do. Darts, there are specific darts that take into account your strength. However, they're heavy as hell and not easy to come by. So I'm just going to go with Sling. The darts you can throw 2 per turn or 3 or 4. I don't remember. But they're very low damage. But there will be special darts that can take advantage of that. Maybe we'll get them later because we'll have more weapon proficiencies that we can use. But for now, we're going to go Sling because slings are easy to get in the beginning. They have a higher range, and I don't know. I just prefer the slings in the beginning. Dart, yeah, if you're going solo or duo, go ahead, but we're not going to do that. I honestly think if you micromanage it, at least in the first game, darts are better. But they are more of a hassle, in my opinion. Alright, memorize pre-spells, level 1. What we are going to want is probably Entangle. By means of this spell, the caster is able to cause plants in the area of effect to entangle creatures within the area. The grasses, weeds, bushes, and even trees wrap, twist, and entwine about the creatures, holding them fast. Once per round, a creature can attempt to save their spell with a +3 bonus to avoid entanglement. An entangled creature can still attack, but receives a -2 penalty to its armor. So this is like a discount web. It won't stun them, but it'll stop them from moving. And a lot of people don't have a ranged alternative. So basically this will shut down most melees, but it also hits you. So you have to do it outside. You don't want to cast it on yourself unless you're sure it's going to stick. Alright, Cure Light Wounds. That's good just to top up in between fights. Really doesn't do much. It's 8 points of damage it'll heal for, but in the beginning you're only going to have like 10 hit points, so basically a full heal. At least for the first level or so. If you played this before, you know your HP values get inflated pretty quickly. Armor of Faith is really good later on. The caster of the Armor of Faith receives significant protection against melee and magical attacks. The magical armor is a force of energy that absorbs a portion of the damage intended for the caster. At first level, the protection is 5%, and every 5 levels of the caster improves this by another 5%. For example, a 20th level priest would have 25% of his damage absorbed if protected by this spell. We're going to be playing on hard, so the monsters are going to be doing more damage. We might boost it up to insane later on, but I don't want to have to I don't want to have to do too much cheesing in the beginning. But I normally do play on insane, but I also don't want to save scum and waste your guys' time. So this is good if you're doing like a melee cleric or a ranger who doesn't use bows, which is actually a good way to play them. Rangers are a dual wield. They're supposed to be dual wielders in this, not really bow users. Alright, Bless. It's good. I will tell you why after reading. Upon uttering the bless spell, the caster raises the morale of friendly creatures by 1. That's kind of innocuous. You don't really know what that means. Furthermore, or it doesn't really explain what this does. Furthermore, it raises their attack and damage rolls by +1. The caster determines at what range, up to 40 feet, the spell will be cast. At the instant the spell is completed, it affects all creatures in a 30-foot radius centered on the point selected by the caster. Thus, affected creatures leaving the area are still subject to the spell's effects. Those entering the area after the casting is completed are not. So basically, you cast it and it buffs everybody in the area, but it's not channeled, so it's not going to keep buffing everybody. It's just going to apply the buff for a certain amount of time. A certain amount of time is 6 rounds, so that's 36 seconds, basically. So 6 attacks if you're attacking. But basically, this makes it easier to hit. It raises your accuracy by 1. Let's just think of it like that, which is really good in the beginning because your accuracy is horrid. I'll leave the hair like that. This tries to mimic your avatar, I think, or your portrait. But we want to change it. I always change the looks of them because I don't like greens. And I like to make them look cool. I usually go all white or all black, but it's kind of hard to find the black here. Maybe we'll go white and black. Yeah, that works. Alright. This is your voice. No. That's an okay one, but not really for my guy. I usually pick that one or... Not Robin Williams. That one is one that I pick sometimes.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
But this is the one I pick almost all the time. Male number 5. Let's just check this out.
Right then, I'm in charge.
Let's give them a right thrashing. Well, of course.
Well, of
I
course.
am the obvious choice.
Fits my personality perfectly. No, not really. Let's do... Yeah, let's do it this one. Trissau is just my name on World of Warcraft, which I don't play anymore, so you can't find me. And there's a bunch of them, so... I thought I was just coming up with it, but apparently there's a bunch. Biography... Now we're not going to go through that, because it doesn't apply to us, because our biography is whatever we make of in the game. Normal... Enemies deal 25% less damage. Party members cannot permanently die. Hit point rolls are maximized, and spells can be copied into spellbooks without failure. Alright, 25 less damage, that's the part I don't like, because party members cannot permanently die. I will load if I permanently lose someone. Hit point rolls are maximized. We're going to use that anyway. And spells can be copied into spellbooks without failure. That's... I'll lower the difficulty for that anyway. So really the only part we're looking at is the damage. And I don't like the damage being so low. Hard, enemies inflict 50% more damage. Enemies inflict 100% more damage on Insane. And Legacy of Baal, I'm actually on a current 3-man playthrough of Legacy of Baal. Enemies have all the benefits of Insane difficulty, as well as significantly more hit points, improved to hit armor class 0, Thaco, better saving throws, and more attacks per round. Warning, Legacy of Baal can only be, or it's actually Baal, can only be selected at the start of the game, and once selected cannot be changed. It's very hard. Like, take a 10 hit point goblin and it's got like 70 or 80. And a lot of kiting in the beginning, basically.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Faerun. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong.
I don't remember it being this long.
Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
All right, here we go. Now, if you don't like that, I think you can... Nope. I could have swore you could read that somewhere. Huh. Nope. Okay, here we go.
It shall be as you
First things first, you have an autosave at the beginning, but just make a save anyway. We're going to go starting our adventure. I usually do numbered saves, like 1 dot human mission, something like that. But for this, we're going to make it more festive. All right, this is the inn. Remember, they told us to go equip ourselves. So first we're going to talk to this guy. These guys you can ignore. They're the tutors. We don't need to talk to them. Firebeard, Elven Hair. Now, I will be reading the important stuff and the quests, so here we go. Ah, yes, I'm back within the hallowed halls of Candlekeep. With this iron crisis upon us, the trip from Baragos was more hazardous than I care to relate. You're Gorion's ward, aren't you? My, you have come into your own, if you would permit an old man jealous of youth to say so. I left an identified scroll with Tetheril in the inner grounds. He should be done examining it by now, so if you could fetch it for me, I'd be grateful. Our very first quest. Alright. Don't talk to him yet. We will, but first, come rummage around in here. You can force this open. You can either click here, or if you're a rogue, around here you'll have a thief button, or a thievery button. But us, we're a druid, so all we can really do is bash it open. And nobody's in sight, so we should be okay to steal it. Now, if somebody's moving around and you're having trouble talking to them, or for whatever reason, get acquainted with the spacebar. It pauses the game. Very useful. Like, I swear, I just played through Divinity Original 2, or Divinity Original Sin 2, and it doesn't have a freaking pause button, and I'm sitting here trying to talk to a tiny little mouse. It was just insanely hard to do. And I've been saying that since Divinity Original Sin 1. They need a freaking pause button. Alright. We might be okay to loot this. I don't remember. So let's quick save. Q. Nope. We're not going to have the strength to do it. That's right. Because we have -2.
Don't touch me.
Yes, might I help you? Sorry, sorry to have disturbed you. Wrong room, I fear. My apologies. I have been knee-deep in the tomes of the keep all day, and I am in quite the fog as a result. Yes, that one. Oh, indeed, such a wondrous depository it is. I have returned on many an occasion, much to my banker's dismay, and have not even scratched the surface of the collection here. Would that it were so for all my noble brethren. I fear many come to the keep merely to proclaim that they did. I suppose it makes them appear more intelligent, though simple quizzing places the majority of them securely about the chimp level. I am sorry, I tend to ramble. Good eve to you. Alright, if you try to loot that, he'll call the guards, so we can come back for it in a very long time, but we will come back for it. Alright. What is it? Is it Alt? No, it's Tab. Tab highlights everything that's interactable, at least loot box wise.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Alright. We actually didn't get anything, did we, except for that 4 gold. Well, there's a lot of stuff up there you can sell if you have the strength. So you need either 18 strength or 17 or something like that, or the thievery skill. Come to visit your old pal Winthrop, have ye? Lockpicking skill, not just thievery. Thievery encompasses a bunch of stuff. Well, don't forget the 10,000 gold piece book entrance fee as per Candlekeep's custom, don't you know? That is outrageous. What kind of fool do you take me for? Stuff you're in and stuff your company. You always were the big kidder, Winthrop. That gets funnier very nearly every time I hear it. Well, perhaps not quite so often. Ha! Just having a bit of fun with ye, my friend. Them monks may be walking about with poles in their nethers, but you know you are always welcome here in my sight. Gorion did well by you, he did. So is there anything I can do for you? Some drinks, a room to sleep, or anything to buy? Sure, what do you got? No. Ugh, this is ugly. I don't like this. But it's an old game. We got to deal with some graphical stuff. Actually, I had trouble getting OBS to even play it. All right, what you want here? Wait, why is everything clicked on? That was weird.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Huh. Okay. Well, now we're good. So, we want the sling. You can get a scimitar. Probably don't really need it yet because going into melee combat's going to be the death of us. Bullets only cost 1, so double click and get at least 8. I'm going to grab 10. I probably should have gotten 16. I think you can buy stacks of 16 at once. To look at what the items do, you can right click. For the scimitar, we can look at it. Its damage is 1d8, so to do 1 to 8 damage. Slashing, that does matter somewhat, but not a lot. Speed factor doesn't matter. You might go off before someone else per round, but honestly, if you want to look up why it doesn't really matter, you can. I forget the intricacies of it. Requires 10 strength and not usable by a bunch of people because it's a bladed weapon. We do want leather armor. Actually, I don't remember if we already have leather armor or not, but we'll go ahead and buy it. Go ahead and get a buckler. It's 1 AC. You might as well. No protection against missile and piercing attacks. That's the detriment of being a small buckler. Helmet. Yes, wear the helmet. I'll show you why in a second. Completely protects you against critical hits, which is, if you're not playing on insane, is probably the only way you're going to die. Throw everything on. Now you can see our armor class goes from 6 to 4. Yes, lower is better. We're going to take that off, put that on there. If you have a two-hander, it's really annoying, even if it's in your offhand slot, if you're not using it. Wait a second. Huh, they must have patched it. Normally, you can't use a two-hander if you have a shield on, even if you're not currently using the shield. All right, we can't sell those to him because he doesn't buy magic items, but we got everything we wanted from him. Now, this whole place, basically, you just want to follow it around in a circle, and there'll be quests you can do along the way. The only difference being, oh, son of a gun. We'll go back in there in a second. Come down here and just walk around for a second till you get the annoyingly hard to find sometimes red guy. Where are you, Tetheril? Because remember, he wanted, Tetheril had a scroll of identify that guy in there wanted. Oh, wow. Normally, he greets you up here. I don't know what's taking him so long. We'll talk to her early. Normally, I don't talk to her this early. I'm surprised that stuffy old Gorion let you away from your chores. That old fiddle-faddle, I snuck off too. Old Puffguts Winthrop was looking for me, but I've got all day to do his chores. You have time for a story today? No, I can tell you don't. What have you been up to? I'm afraid I cannot chat today, little one. My foster father wishes me to prepare for a journey, but will not say where. Little one, I'm not much younger than you, though you sure got tall fast, relatively anyway. A journey, eh? I never get to travel. Wish I could go with you. Yep, I really wish I could. Yes, sir, really do. Yeah, we get the message. I'll ask if you can go with us. Oh, don't be silly. Gorion would never even let you finish the sentence, especially after what that letter of his said. Did I say that? No, of course I didn't. Never saw no letter, nope. I'll just get back to work now. You had better go. Gorion is waiting. Well, Gorion's gonna have to wait longer. Here's Tetheril. Firebeard has sent you to me, hasn't he? Very well. Return this scroll to him, but then you must hurry and speak with Gorion. He is waiting for you on the steps of the central library. I assure you, child, it is a matter of greatest urgency. So he's kind of in the loop. He kind of knows what's going on, but we're not being told. The great mystery of my heritage. Because remember, we are an orphan. Also, if you didn't notice already, the guy who was narrating at the beginning is Principal Shepard, I think, from American Dad.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Apparently he got his start in voice acting very early. I am glad to see that age has not hardened your heart towards an old man such as myself. I'll take all of your identify scrolls. I have a great use for those type of scrolls. Here, allow me to cast a little spell on you. It will protect you from any evil you might meet tonight. Yeah, okay. He just cast protection from evil from us, which is basically AC +1. Gives you another armor class. But just, I mean, it's completely useless. It doesn't last that long. It lasts long compared to most spells, but it's not long enough. I forgot to buy this. Go ahead and buy 1 Quarrel of Bolts, and you'll see why later. Go ahead and quick save, just in case it crashes on us. Hopefully it doesn't. Flydia, let's talk to her. Oh, hello, have you seen my copy of the History of Halrua anywhere? You know how I can't stand the constant shuffling of arthritic feet up in the library, so I thought I'd get a bit of fresh air just east of here and, oh, I hate being so absent-minded. Please, if you find it, I really do need it back. Alright, there's our second quest. Wonder if we can, let's go to options. Enable cloud save, blah, 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 blah. Tooltip delay, we want it low. Sign keys, feedback. Feedback to hit rolls when you're attacking, I like to have it on, but it's not by default for whatever reason. Colored markers, it's good to have. When you have different party members, the little circles are colored differently, so you know where they're going to stand. Alright, now, before you go in here, quick save, because the game can be quite unkind to you. And you might get crit 2, 3, 4 times in a row. Oh, goody goody, I've gone and found ye first. You are the ward of Gorion, no doubt. I am. What can I do for you? Oh, our encounter shall be quite simple for you. Plainly put, I have made it my mission to end your life. Success will mean a little respect among my peers. So you see, you can do very little except die. Alright, normally at the beginning of a fight you want to pause and set up everybody who you're attacking, but for this guy you just want to attack. Don't try casting, don't do anything unless you're a wizard, of course. But he doesn't have anything, just a dagger, and it's only worth 1 gold, so don't bother picking it up. Unless you want to. If you're a hoarder, go ahead and hoard. It'll give you a little extra money in the beginning, it will help, but it's not worth it for me. I do check these just in case. They can have some gold in them, but nothing too valuable. There's a warhammer, can't use it, and it's only worth a gold or 2. Maybe 5, actually. But it's very heavy. Parda, Trissau, you cut yourself above the brow there. What is wrong, child? Something in your eyes tells me that something is very wrong indeed. Oh, Parda, there was a man in there. He smelled like the stables, and he tried to kill me. It was horrible. That's probably what I would say. If I was sheltered for all my life in a nice place like Candlekeep, I'd be pretty upset. Hurry then, child. Not crying, but upset. Equip yourself at the inn and go join Gorion on the steps of the library. I had a sense something like this might happen, so he kind of is in the know too.
What do you need?
Flydia left one of her books in here again. It's in the hay there beside the cow. If you could run it over to her and then come back, I've got some plans for you. Just talk to him immediately. Nice day, ain't it? Too bad Nessa here ain't enjoying it, though, her being sick and all. I need to get her one of them potions of antidote off Hole. He stayed up drinking last night and got hauled out of bed to man the gates early this morning, so I bet he's got a few of them lying around somewheres. Alright, Dreppin's cow. Let's talk to her, see what she has to say. What was that? Moo? Okay. There we go. Flydia's book. History of Halrua. Alright, this is one of the most useless people in here. He doesn't do anything. He's a priest. You can get him to cast heals on you, but you don't really need him in here. You can also donate money for reputation, but we also don't need to do that. Hey there, Trissa Jondalar. I see you're up early this day. Well, your father, Gorion, has asked me a strange favor. Seems like he wants you to learn some fighting and asked me to be the teacher, so I hope you brought your staff with you. I've got a scimitar. Hostile creatures have red circles. This is a tutorial, but it's a fun one, so. It's actually 2 people versus you. You can't get hurt, though. If you cheated, though, you can kill him. You did good, especially after Eric started firing those arrows at you. I'm sure your father would be proud. You should go talk to the gate warden if you want some experience in fighting with a group of people. You can find him just south of here. Out there, it can be pretty important to know how to fight with allies at your side. We're actually not going to do the group combat because it can be rather long. But it's also something we can learn as we go. So I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this building yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there. This isn't too bad. On Legacy of Baal, it is very hard. So just get perpetually knocked out. I don't think they can kill you even on Legacy of Baal. Oh god, I need to start calling it Baal or Baal. I'm gonna go with Baal, even though I want to say Baal every time. Alright, we got 4 experience? I think if you...
How may I shall attend to it in a trice.
What is it? There we go. Could have swore you got a little notice about how they betrayed you or something by not killing the rats, the cats. Ah yes, kill them like the rats they are. A glorious battle unlike any this world has ever seen. Here's 5 gold pieces. Don't spend it all in one place. 5 gold pieces, not really that great, but you get 50 experience, okay? For the first part of the game, the difficulty is getting to the 2nd and 3rd level. 2nd especially because you get basically double your hit points, and it makes most encounters doable at least. Alright, this is Hull. Hey kid, I woke late this morning and left my sword in the barracks before going on duty. If you want to get it for me, it's in the chest at the foot of my bed on the right side of the barracks. Quick now, before the gate warden catches me without it. You'll also find an antidote there. I think Drumpin needs one for old Nessa, so that's another quest and a way to fulfill another. That's the gate warden. Talk to him. I just blow him off. Soon be gone, will you? Not that way. Aye, Gorion. Asked me to teach you a wit about the finer arts o' mass combat afore you leave. Can I pique your interest with it, Trissau? I'm sorry, Gorion's in a hurry, Gate Warden, and I'm afraid I can't spare the time. Sorry. Are you sure, little one? It would be best you took the time to learn it now, rather than curse your ignorance later. Gorion himself asked me to do this deed, and I'll not offer it to ye twice. Whatever little knowledge I have, I am sure it will be sufficient. Thank you. Besides, Gorion will protect me should we encounter... I don't like saying this, but I also don't want to go... I don't want to do the fight either, so... Alright. In here, even if you don't need healing, tell this guy you need it. So, are you sick? You look rather healthy to me, but you can never tell. Do you need any potions or such things? Yes, that would be nice of you. Alright then, take this potion. Thank you. We now have a potion. Very useful. One of the only easy ways to instantly heal in combat is the potions. You can also get, I think, another one out of here, but I'm not going to spend too much time trying to get it. You have to get out of sight of them. Both. Save it beforehand. Oh crap, that's right, it's locked. You can try forcing it, but I definitely don't have the strength for it. And there's nothing in there. Sleeping halfling, man and woman. They got nothing for us.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
This is where you would go to do the group battle right there. You can loot these things. Nobody's going to get mad at you. Ooh, 15 gold. Alright, this is the bunkhouse. Quick save before you go in.
You have but to ask.
I've a blade with your name.
There, you're Gorion's little whelp, aren't you? Yeah, you match the description. You don't look so dangerous to me. And what business is that of yours? That I am. Do I know you? Nah, I would pick the first one, especially after what happened last time. I'll make it my business if and I please. Just thought I'd have me a look at you for myself before I puts a blade down your gullet. Ugh, I don't like the way these guys talk. Someone seems to think you're trouble, so I'm gonna use your head for a ticket out of the gutter. It's gutter speak. I'm just a little street trash hood, they say, but I'll show 'em. The first guy's name was Shank, and this is Carbos. If you want to remember their names, there'll be a little mention of them later. $20 experience. Totally worth it. I heard shouting. Trissau, are you alright? He's dead. Whoever he was. He lunged at me with a knife. Oh, Karen, what is happening to this place? It's better you don't ask questions. You have instructed and inspired me throughout my childhood, and your heart would break to see what has just transpired here. No. I would tell him that he lunged at me. It's not this place, child. It's you they're after. Gorion is waiting on the steps to the central library and wants you to go to him as soon as you have bought what you need at the inn. O Trisau, I have been your tutor for so many years, and only in this moment have I come to doubt that my teachings have been enough. Go to Gorion, child. It is safe for you here no longer. There's a lot of talking in the beginning, but it's kind of sparsed out to specific parts of the game, like the beginning, middle, and end. So we're not going to be reading this much all the time.
You have but to ask.
Talk to this guy, Fuller. Ugh, what a mead-filled night. That hole is just too much. Poor sap had to go man the gate this morning, too. I don't know how he does it. With antidote potions, obviously. What can I do for you anyways? Yeah, the mead would explain why Hull forgot to put his sword on this morning. He sent me to fetch it for him. Sure. It should be in the chest over against the wall, and the right wall there, which is right here. We got his sword and the antidote potion. Alright. These, I've never been able to open them without getting these guys both hostile to me, so they're also locked, so. Go to Meadfield night, blah, 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 blah. I was just wondering if you had any errands I could run. Errands? Yeah, actually, I need a quarrel of crossbow bolts. If you could get some off Winthrop at the inn, I'll reimburse you. Oh, very well. There'll be a few coins in it for you, too, so you can stop giving me that look. Now, this is one of the only times where having a huge charisma does something. If you have 18 charisma, he'll give you a +1 dagger. Not a huge bonus, but it's a bonus. Here you are, you little money grubber. Put a few gold pieces in your purse. Alright, we got the 50 experience and everything. Now we can start going back around. Now we turn all the quests in that we've done. We've got 3. And we can get out of here. Sometimes, I don't know what makes Hull mad at you. Sometimes he's mean to you. Took you sweet time, didn't you? Gorion's a fool for trying to bring you up right, and you can tell him I said so too. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this whole Iron Crisis is a result of twerps like you wandering off with people's swords. Here's 10 gold pieces. Now get out of here. I'm on duty. Excuse me, sir. I helped you. And I know he has another dialogue. I don't know if it's charisma or what, but I mean, we've got, what, 15 charisma? So it's not exactly low. He should be nicer. You won't get enough to level up here, so don't bother trying by like lock picking and stuff. I think you get a tiny amount of experience from lock picking in the first one. You get a bunch for lock picking in the second game. You're a wonder, you are. Stick with me and we'll go far. Well, okay, stick with me and we'd probably never leave the walls of Candlekeep, would we? Good thing you ain't wearing none of that metal armor, though, as I hear that the bandits out there would just as soon kill you as look at you to get it off your back. I just hope this whole Iron Crisis business is wrapped up soon. So now we're hearing Hull said it and that guy said it. There's an Iron Crisis going on. We don't know what it is, but we know it's called an Iron Crisis. People obviously want our metal. So what's wrong with their metal? I guess we'll find out as the game goes on. Here's Flydia. My book. Oh, you remind me of Gorion when you grin like that. Raising you has been hard on him, I know. But he says it's a toil of love. A toil of destiny, even. You must be a very special child indeed to draw such praise from a man of his silent nature. Here, take this little gem of mine. Maybe Winthrop will give you a little something for it. We'll sell it later. Gems don't weigh anything, so it's not really... It takes up an inventory spot. That's the problem. Wait a minute. Oh my god. We had a scimitar. It broke already. I think it's a random chance to happen, but the metal weapons in the beginning of the game will break. So we gotta go back and buy one. Because I don't know when we're gonna find one again. I actually don't know if he carries 2. Crap, he doesn't. Welp. Let's go ahead and sell that. 7 gold. We do have proficiency for Wakizashi, but druids can only use one-bladed weapon, I think. Obviously, they can use a dagger, but the scimitar, it's like their special weapon. So we're just going to have to stick with the quarterstaff then for our melee option right now. Because I'm not going to buy all the other ones. they're gonna have the same accuracy penalty, just with better damage bonuses. You can click on reveal details, apparently. Go to Gorion and listen well, for without knowledge, life is a mere shadow of death. Alright, here we go. Take off reveal details. I may use it in the future, but not right now. Kind of an eyesore. This is very unnerving, I know, but you must trust me. It is very important that you pack your possessions so that we may leave Candlekeep immediately. Hurry, for there is no time to tarry. The keep is well protected, but not invulnerable. Alright, I'm ready to go right now.
Listen carefully. If we ever become separated, it is imperative that you make your way to the Friendly Arm Inn. There you will meet Khalid and Jahira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them.
Alright, I will. That should be our first destination, then. And we're all healed up, too.
Let's hurry, child. The night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I'll explain everything as soon as there is time.
Oh, foreshadowing. As soon as there's time. Probably not going to be time.
Wait, there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare yourself.
Holy crap. That is some big ogres.
Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
That's also Principal Shepard from Family Guy.
You're a fool if you believe
Or American Dad.
benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, old man.
My spleen!
Oh god, she must have crit me or something. Wow. I don't remember them hitting me so many times. Come on, go Gorion, yeah! He incinerated that ogre. Killed that one. Okay, now kill the cleric. Hurry up, you don't have many projections left. Okay, that's good too. That stops her from doing anything, but it also stops us from hurting them. Well, that's not good. Our foster father is dead.
Especially cruel this morning. You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Gorion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
Let's do it.
Hiya, it's me, Imoen.
What are you doing out here, Imoen? Some of you may have seen it coming, but she followed us. Sorry I followed you, but I never get out of Candlekeep, and those monks are such a bore. Never any decent coin in their pockets, neither. She's probably gonna be a thief. What kind of thief are you? I saw Gorion, and I am so sorry. Kind of figured something bad might happen to you out here. How could you have known? Gorion didn't even tell me. I accidentally read a letter on his desk the other day. Can't remember exactly what it said, but he might still have... It might be on his body. Anyway, I'm not going to let you wander around out here all alone. Never let a friend down, no sir. Stick with you until you say otherwise, I will. Now, I'm going to keep her for this run-through, because she's kind of a canon party member, if there is a canon party member, which we'll see in the next game. We'll go ahead and give you 2 potions and you 1. You'll probably be our melee guy, if we have to melee. She's a thief, so she can use low-level magic items, or at least low-level magic wands. She can't use them all, though. This is an oil of speed, I think. Yes, doubles movement and attack rates. Very useful. Don't waste it. And when it says it lasts an hour, that's actually... I'm pretty sure it's an actual hour, so it will last a long time. Potion of Healing restores 9 hit points. Let's see what class she is. She is a thief. Level 1. She's only got, what... She's got 2 attacks because she's using a bow, bows get an extra attack. So darts must be 4 attacks per round. Main hand Thaco, 18, not good. It's almost as low as you can get it, 20. Open locks, good. Find traps. Alright, this is all good. It's not a high amount, but it's good that she has it. Backstab multiplier, if she's using a backstabbable weapon, like a dagger or a longsword. Basically, any weapon that a thief can use naturally can backstab. So that's good, but I never really use backstab. I've tried it like one time, but it's not hard to use once you know how to abuse it, but once you abuse it, it's not as fun anymore, basically. How much hit points do you have? 9 hit points. I have 9 hit points, and she has 8. My Thaco is terrible with that. Let's switch it to that, so we're at least at 18. I'll throw that on the ground. You can't even. I don't even think you can sell it. But that's where we're gonna leave it for today. So please leave a like or comment below, and feel free to subscribe for more full Let's Plays like this one. This is one of my favorite games, so that I can share it with you guys. Like, this isn't part of what I wrote down, but this is gonna be an awesome playthrough. So I hope you stick through it with me. It's gonna be a long one.